Evening all. So you're probably wondering why I'm posting a tutorial on a Sunday way before Valentine's Day, but hear me out. I have been getting so many questions and so many requests of people I know, not necessarily people online, but people I know, for a tutorial or to just show them how I do the makeup from this picture. And I have it like plastered all over my Instagram. It's like my profile picture and everything because the makeup is just chef's kiss. And I didn't think I was gonna get that many questions about it. Like it is literally the most basic thing ever. It's probably a really good look to try for anybody who likes the idea of like playing with a lot of eye makeup but doesn't really know what to do. It can be as messy as you like, but as soon as you then start doing all of your base makeup, it all comes together and it's great, and the lashes are what makes it. So usually I would use the Gilly or like Jilly lashes, not sure how to pronounce it, from Doll Beauty. But I spotted these ones in Superdrug a bit ago. So it's the Tatti lashes in 90s Baby, and I've just cut them down a tiny bit so that they're more of like a half lash. But yeah, we're just going to be doing a simple, easy, sort of like a sultry, but yeah, it's just a really nice look that you can do for Valentine's Day. So I figured I'd post this now in advance of that because I'm guessing that people are going to be going out like the weekend before. But yeah, if you want to see how I got the look that's in my profile picture and is plastered everywhere, then keep watching. Okay, this feels really weird, but it's fine. So, bare face, I did like clean my skin and everything earlier. But I'm gonna go in and prime my eyes. Just gonna use this shade here called Jet Setter from the Patricia Bright palette with Revolution. This one right here, oldie but a goodie. Honestly, I can't believe I just completely forgot about this. Apologies if there keeps like being dance breaks, but I'm just having a good time. So going in with some brow gel. This is just the one from REFY. See what I mean? I said this in my favorites video that sometimes this just comes off, and it has. And I'm doing my eyebrows first so that when it comes to doing the eye makeup, we can then use the base makeup to sort of balance everything out. Then in with the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. Again, another one of my favorites. Just really great for like filling in the brows. And back in just to sharpen up those bits. So brows are pretty much there now. I just need to carve them out. Again, still haven't got around to buying a new one of these, but never mind. And I don't carve out the top bit of my brows anymore because I like them to be a little bit on the fluffy side up there, just so it looks like I've got more brow. If you want to do that, go for it. I just don't really like that look, to be honest. So eye base is on. Now onto a light bit of contour, and you're probably thinking, what the hell, Steph? And you don't have to do this. You can literally just use the eyeshadow. I just feel like this little bit of dark brown just helps with the shape a little bit, especially with my eye shape. I have quite hooded eyes, so I need the depth as much as possible because it's very hard to do by myself with like just eyeshadow. So I just pop that on the outer corner. I just think this helps give a tiny bit of depth and like it helps build that highlight a little bit. Going in with a mix of the Patricia Bright palette and the classic Jaclyn Morphe palette, because is there really any other eyeshadow palette to use? I mean, so I just go in and mix a few of the browns. So we've got like this mid-tone brown, then this one here, so that's 100% cocoa and biggest fan. And then I'll go in with this brown here in the second row. Just give them a tap. I just mix them. You just want like a mid-toned brown just to start building the depth in the outer corner and the crease. And I'll drag it a little bit towards the lash line on the inner corner, but I want to keep most of it focused on this like outside bit here. And I'm not dragging it all the way in on this very inner corner here, so that we're creating the illusion of like a cat, like feline eye. Then in with a blending brush just to kind of blend out the top edge here. And then we're just going to keep switching between the eyeshadow and blending until we've got the colour that we want on the outside. And if you have a lot of lid space like up here, like between your brow and the top of your eyelid, go for it bringing this all the way up. I just don't have the real estate here, it's all here. Okay, so we've got our basic like shape done. And now with a sort of like pencil-y type brush, we're going in with a couple of like darker colours. This is where it gets a little bit scary, but this is why we use like a thin brush so we don't make too much of a mess. And I'm just going in with this one here, which is like irreplaceable. A little tiny dot of this Jet Setter one, which is like a dark brown. This is more of like a reddish dark brown. And then similar sort of colours from the Jaclyn Hill palette, like this dark brown one right here. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just any sort of like deep, dark, cool toned brown that you have, and then like a reddish one, because we're trying to create like a neutrally dark colour. And I'm literally gonna just pop that right in that outer corner bit there. And then back in with the blending brush just to diffuse that tiny, tiny bit. And then back in with the lighter browns again. This is literally just like a back and forth. This whole look, just building this up. So you need patience, but it is well worth it. A little bit more scary. We're gonna go in and just put some shadow like right up into those lashes. And again, going in with like a mix of dark brown and warm brown. So this is like a purpley one, then you got your cool tone, and then like a warm one. And this is why I said let's not do our face makeup before we do the eyes with this one, because it's just gonna get messy. Messy, 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 messy. So that is one eye done. I'm gonna go and do the other eye off camera to get them both up to speed, and then I'll be back. So we're looking very raccoon at the minute, okay? But now comes probably the actual scariest bit of this entire look, which you can kind of like make it or break it. Once the lashes are on, it's fine, it will pull everything together. However, this bit's very scary. So going in with a little bit of concealer or whatever you would use to cut the crease. I'm just gonna use concealer. I desperate. This is your reminder, Steph, to buy a new one of these, because this is ridiculous at this point. Now, whatever brush you would like to use, I would suggest something very thin and firm, like stiff, that you can, just realize what I just said, but something firm and fairly flat that you can use to like really get in there. And I'd recommend having like a little mirror that you can use to sort of help. Best piece of advice I could give you with this bit is to go as slow as you need, and just keep, as you're doing it, tip your head up so you can get in there, but then keep looking back like straight into the mirror so you can see where you're putting it. And then we blend. Then you know what's coming. We go back in with the first lot of browns, so the lighter tones that we did before, and we just blend over that middle part of the lid so that it's just this bit that's nice and bright, and we just keep going. Now moving on to the rest of the lid here, and this is where it all starts to kind of come together a little bit and make a little bit more sense. Grabbing a sort of, I don't know, what would you call this, like a flat sort of shader brush. It's a little bit on the thicker side, it's a little bit fluffy, it has some movement, but that's what we want for this. We don't want anything like too concentrated that's gonna pack color onto the lid. And I'm gonna mix some, like, I think in the original look I used this gold here, but I'm looking at this Patricia Bright palette and I'm really liking the way this shade here looks, called Darlings, and then the one next to it actually, this one here called Shine In. So I'm gonna kind of lightly go in with those, and yes, moisturizer. Oh, do I need a new one of these? I'm running out. And to stick with exactly how I did my makeup for those pictures, we're going to underpaint. So just colour correcting under my eyes first. So blending that out. Now going in with a little bit of brightening concealer and then my contour. And a tiny bit there. Little bit here. Then contour. Tiny bit there. Looking sufficiently crazy. Okay. I just realised I didn't go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Really annoying, but I guess if you're following this for posterity, I use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, best sticky primer I've ever used in my life. Not that it will affect like the final finish of this, however, if you're looking for this makeup to last, I would highly recommend that primer. It sticks your makeup like glue. Like it's not budging unless you go to take it off. Just blending that concealer under my eyes, and what I don't do with this at this point, makeup hack here for you right now. You see how there's a bit of darkness? That will be from when I've been using my lash serum, because it does cause like a little bit of darkening, but also from the eyeshadow when we were blending it earlier, it's kind of transferred a little bit into here. And you know, why cover that up when it can just be made part of the makeup look? And I want to keep the brightness like right in here. And I just keep going back in with both just to like make sure the coverage is right. I should really see if there's a brush out there to help with my nose contour. If anyone has any recommendations, let me know, because it is a workout and a half trying to snatch this nose. A little bit of brightening concealer right in the inner corner. This is like a pinky toned one. Very good brightening, like inner corner concealer. I'm just gonna give that a sec. Another tip for concealer as well, if you're wanting to get the most coverage out of it as possible, let it sit on your skin for like a minute or so whilst you do something else. As we've done a bit of our underpainting, we're gonna go in and sort of start to bring this base together. Angle might have changed a little bit because my camera ran out of battery, but it's fine. So I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Flawless, what's it called? The Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. What a mouthful. And then going in with the Hollywood Flawless Filter. We're trying to create a little bit of coverage with the foundation, but we don't want it being like completely full coverage. We still want it to look like skin. And then in with a little bit of the moisturizer. I'm gonna quickly spritz a bit of this e.l.f. Stay All Night spray. Spray a bit of that on there and also on the brush. And now, not being too particular, I'm just gonna go over the skin and just blend lightly. So we're not rubbing over the face. We're just lightly going over and blending that mixture. And you see how that's just made that contour a lot less intense. But my skin is glowing. And then now, because I'm very aware that my under eyes could be creasing, I'm gonna go in and set And to do that, I'm going to use a mixture of two things. Again, another Charlotte Tilbury product, I'm very sorry, but we do have some Revolution. This is the IRL Filter setting powder, I think. And then the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade 1, which is like the lightest shade that they do. And then so it's not too intense straight away, I just go in, mix it into the pans, and then on the back of my hand there, so that we can set that in place. Like my little T-Rex hands going as well. I don't know why I always do that, but... And then under the cheekbones, so that we can start to define that contour a little bit. And don't worry, this looks really intense right now, I get it, but it won't when I'm done, I promise. While that does its thing, I'm gonna go in with some bronzer, and this is just the Revolution Mega Bronzer in 02. I'm just going over where we put the contour earlier. Okay, brush away that powder, just give it a bit of a blend. And when I'm blending out that powder, I'm not full on swiping it across, I'm just buffing it lightly. Bring back a bit of that contour, especially my nose, because I got a little bit lost. I'm just using this Bellapierre blush palette with this like nice brown here, brown blush. Interesting, but it works for nose contour for me. And just on a really like nice fluffy brush. And then I'll lift the tip a little bit and just go across. Now for blush. Blush, as usual, I'm predictable. You saw it in my favourites, going in with Pink Gasm from Charlotte Tilbury. Then the Pillow Talk Medium. Blend that out into that eyeshadow. Now back to this powder blush palette, and going in, I'm thinking peachy. I'm pretty sure that's what I did on the picture. Just wipe that off. So I'm going in with this peachy colour here, just to bring out the peach tones in that Pillow Talk Medium, and just lightly tapping the blush on. So we're looking a little bit bare up here. We need to do lashes and liner, and that will help pull it together, and then we're going to really smoke out that lower lash line. So again, to make things a little bit easier, beginner wise, because I know liquid liner, which we're going to go in with a little bit of, it can be a bit intense. So for the picture, to help soften it a little bit, I went in with eyeshadow and a liner brush, a dark brown, and then a little bit of a black. And you probably won't see this much once the lashes and stuff are on. However, it just helps lift the eye a little bit. So it's literally just like a tiny bit of a wing, just to give the outer corner a little something. And then it's up to you. I went in with like a black liner just to do like a really thin line as something to kind of hide the lash band a little bit, but you could use like a dark brown. So this is just the Lift and Snatch brow pencil or brown pen. Use it all of the time to do that brown liner. It is a winner. And it is literally just to hide the lash band. We're not trying to redefine that wing. Now, one of my favorite bits. Not so much putting them on, because it can be a bit of a faff. So just a little bit of glue. This one, I think this is from House Lashes. Is it? Yeah, House of Lashes. Honestly, the best lash glue ever. I don't know where these girls get off saying that duo lash glue is the best glue ever. Really isn't. Okay, this one's looking ready. Let's go for it. We have one. That actually wasn't too bad without my tweezers. Oh my God, did I actually just do that first time? Done, dead, okay. So you see what I mean? How like the lashes just kind of bring it together. However, we are not done. Starting with some like a gel kohl pencil. This one's from Makeup Revolution. What we're gonna do with this is literally just go from the outer corner to maybe about halfway, like round about where your pupil is, because we wanna keep the inner part here as clear as we did this part here. We want sexy, sultry eyes. Then with like a small pencil brush, Just gonna start to blend that out a little bit. Then, with what is basically left on this brush that we were using for, first of all, to blend out the outer corner, we're just gonna go in. Like whatever's there. And then if we feel we need to add something, we will. So see, it's looking a little bit better. But I'm just gonna go in with those lighter browns from earlier and just go over, just to bring down that intensity a little bit. Under eyes looking blended. Now for bottom lash mascara. Where's my mascara gone? So bottom lash mascara, and it's literally going to be the tiniest amount possible. We just want to grab those lashes a little bit with the mascara, just to fine those bottom lashes a tiny bit. Apologies for the lighting in this video, like once I've got softbox lights and shit, it might be better. However, for now, this is your lot, okay? I can't keep messing with it. Eyes are pretty much done. Now, we need to sort out the brow highlight, inner corner highlight, and then the look. Inner corner highlight, we're gonna take a teeny tiny brush and go in with this awesome inner corner highlight here. Give it a bit of spritz. We pop that in here. And with this sort of like yellowish shade, mixing that with the white from the Patricia Bright palette, just gonna go in and lightly tap underneath here. Then back in with that Jaclyn Hill one on that teeny tiny brush again. Now it's my favorite bit. I mean, you could leave this makeup like this. There's nothing wrong with the way this looks right now. Yeah? I mean, there's no highlight, there's no lips. However, the eye makeup, you could leave it like this, but it's time for some shimmer. So this is the Bellapierre Shimmer Stack, I think it's called. Yeah, Shimmer Stack in Astrid. And this white is so good. Now, if you use it wet, it will obviously bring out the shimmer a hell of a lot more. However, I just want this to be like a dusting, just a little dust over the eye. I'm gonna try not to knock that over. Tap in that lightly over everything, okay, everything. And then just with that blending brush from earlier, just blend it a little bit. I love that. Literally like the nicest shimmer ever. Now, last couple of steps before I go and sort my hair and come back for the outro and stuff. Highlight and lips, but I think I'm gonna do lips first and then go in with the highlight to just kind of finish everything off. Lip-wise, I'm pretty sure in that picture I had on, I think it was Morphe Sweet Tea, and then I mixed it with, where's it gone? I dropped it on the floor. And then I blended it in slightly. And at the time, I did use a bit of concealer like in the middle. Yes, the 2000s concealer lip is making a comeback. However, this lipstick from Morphe, I figured this would be good, just like pat it in. And then I could maybe like ombre it a little bit with this. And then over the top, we had the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. But any sort of like peachy, nudie, shimmery gloss will work. Like, you don't have to have this. Looking a little crazy, but it will make sense. And then this Morphe lipstick, what shade is this? Boo it's called. Okay, tippy tappy, a little bit of this, bit of gloss, highlight, last part of the tutorial, and then I can get my hair done and be done. Oldie but a goodie, I literally use this highlighter all the time. I do have the Charlotte Tilbury one in Champagne Glow, but if we're sticking to the original image, this is the highlight I have worn for ages. Spritz the brush, spritz my face, and then we go in. You ready? Hit the nose. I could literally put this all over my face. It's just so good. One final spritz. Okay, face done. I'm gonna go and sort this mess out because this is not cute right now. And then I'll be back. Try and pretend that I haven't got a pair of joggers on now. But this is the finished look. So I just went over my hair with the Dyson Airwrap, and then I've like done sort of like a half up, half down with a bit of a clip, just to match what was in the picture. But really loving this, and the balayage in my hair is looking top notch right now. In love. People are trying to say now that the 2016 full beat all out glam look is coming back, and I am definitely here for it. I absolutely love this. I am obsessed. Now I think I may actually have to convince Jamie to go out somewhere later. However, I am fully aware that I have a hell of a lot of filming to do. But this is me for the rest of the day now because I really don't want to take this off. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, whether this is your thing or you prefer something else. Hopefully all you people who've been asking me for a tutorial on this will now be satisfied. I will leave all of the products listed down below. I'm thinking this may be my look for when Jamie and I go out for Valentine's, because like most people, I'll probably be going out the weekend before Valentine's, just because then it's the weekend, we haven't really got much else to do. There's no getting up for work in the morning. And also the 14th of February is Luna's birthday, so in typical cat parent fashion, we're going to try and celebrate her birthday a little bit. You might think it's weird, I don't care. Before I go, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has been asking me for this tutorial, because otherwise it might not have happened, and I forgot how much I actually really love filming these things. Let me know what your guys' plans are in the comments for Valentine's. If you are celebrating it, if you're doing Galentine's, whatever it is you're doing. I'm just hoping to bring a bit of inspiration for whatever you're doing this time of year, no matter what it is you celebrate or don't celebrate. If you want to do this and just kind of sit at home on the sofa, you do you, boo. But before I continue rambling, I am going to go. As usual, I really hope you enjoyed watching this and you found it helpful and useful. If you have, then I would also love it if you would consider and even go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and share it with a friend or family member if you think it might be of use to them as well. It really helps out my channel a lot and it is very much appreciated. I hope you're having a lovely day, no matter where you are, what you're doing, and who you are. It is very much appreciated you watching my video right now. So if you made it all the way to the end, pat on the back for you, round of applause. But for now, I am just gonna go and love you and leave you and see you in the next one. Bye.